In early May 1940, Nazi Germany had been at war with Great Britain and France for months, but fighting on the Western Front was minimal until then. On May 10, Germany invaded France, Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. Belgium and the Netherlands surrendered quickly, and between May 26 and June 4, over 300,000 British and French troops were evacuated from Dunkirk to Britain. Paris fell on June 14, and a French delegation signed an armistice with Germany 8 days later. To enforce their rule, the German authorities relied on local collaborators, some of whom committed severe crimes during the occupation. One of them was a French aristocrat's daughter, infamous for her brutal treatment of resistance fighters. She became known as the Hyena of the Gestapo. Her name was Violette Morris. Violette was the youngest of 6 sisters born on April 18, 1893, in Paris. Her parents were Elizabeth Sacchini, a wealthy heiress, and Baron Pierre-Jacques Morris, a retired officer. She attended school in Belgium, where British nuns introduced her to sports like basketball, field hockey, and cricket. After leaving school, she trained in boxing under Billy Papke, a former world middleweight champion. 01 During World War I, Violette married Cyprien Edouard Joseph Gouraud, though the marriage was likely arranged. Shortly after their wedding, her husband was sent to the front. She volunteered as an ambulance driver and courier, earning recognition for her bravery. However, in 1916, she fell ill and was hospitalized, preventing her return to the front. After the war ended in 1918, she inherited a large sum from her parents, allowing her to focus on sports. By 1919, Violette adopted a masculine style of dress and divorced in 1923. She was known for her strength and athleticism, participating in multiple sports, including discus, shot put, water polo, boxing, sometimes against men, soccer, cycling, racing, and weightlifting. She won 20 national titles and competed in over 200 soccer matches. However, her aggressive nature led to controversies, including an incident where she punched a referee. In 1928, she was banned from competing in women's sports due to her lifestyle choices, including wearing men's clothing, smoking, and drinking. She was also accused of misconduct in locker rooms. As a result, she missed the 1928 Olympics and had her racing license revoked. She later opened a car parts store in Paris, funding it with her inheritance. In 1929, Violette underwent a mastectomy, reportedly to fit more comfortably in race cars. This was widely covered by the media. In 1930, she sued the French Women's Sports Federation after losing her ability to compete, but she lost the case. Following this, she became critical of the French government. A well-known figure in Parisian bohemian circles, she had friendships with prominent artists and entertainers. However, financial struggles led her to live on a houseboat in 1933. Around this time, Adolf Hitler came to power in Germany, and preparations for war began. By 1935, a German journalist allegedly recruited Violette as a spy for the Nazi intelligence service. Her extensive network and wartime experience made her a valuable asset. She gathered information on French defenses, including the Maginot Line and modern battle tanks. Meanwhile, she continued her daily life, offering tennis and driving lessons. In 1936, she was invited by Hitler to the Olympic Games as a guest of honor. Some rumors suggested she was involved with high-ranking Nazi officials, though no proof exists. In 1937, she was arrested for killing a man in self-defense but was acquitted in 1938. When World War II began in 1939, Violette sided with the German occupiers. She worked as a chauffeur for a pro-Nazi French officer and later managed a garage that supplied parts to the German Air Force. She was paid well for her work and dreamed of lecturing on women's sports in the U.S. 1048, during the occupation, Violette worked closely with the Gestapo, particularly in infiltrating the French resistance and disrupting British intelligence operations. She gained a reputation for her brutal treatment of captured resistance members, particularly women, earning her the nickname Hyena of the Gestapo. In 1943, she helped confiscate materials for the German war effort. On April 26, 1944, while traveling in Normandy with pro-Nazi acquaintances, her car was ambushed by French resistance fighters. She and the others, including 2 children, were shot and killed. Her body remained unclaimed for over a year before being buried in an unmarked grave in September 1945. Conflicting reports exist about her final moments. One theory suggests a direct order from London to eliminate her as a spy, while another claims her death was accidental. Regardless of the details, Violette Morris remains one of the most infamous figures of the Nazi occupation in France, remembered for her extreme actions and controversial life.